Hello everybody, this is your boy Sbac here and welcome to another interesting episode together, guys. In today's video, we are going to talk about should you keep journals, all right? For those that don't know what journals are basically you keeping track of a record of the trades that you take every day, all right? So we are going to talk about, is it important for you to keep journals, all right? And why should you keep journals? Okay, now we are going to face this topic for both manual traders and for both robotic traders, because robotic traders be like, it's robot making the money for me, so I don't have to worry. Bro, man, you need to understand when your robot is losing money, when your robot maybe sometimes are having issues. You need to understand when something is not going on with your robot, when it is misbehaving in certain case. The only way you will know is when you keep a track of it, and especially when you have different robots trading at the same time. How do you know which one is performing better than the other? Stick with me to the very end of the video, and guess what? You'll get everything. All right, I go by the name Sbac, and ladies and gentlemen, let's drop it. Okay, so guys, let's start with the manual traders. All right, so I have a list of things written down, so I will be bringing the points down to you one by one. Okay, so we're starting with the manual traders, then we jump into the robotic traders. Okay, the more interesting part. Okay, so one of the reasons why you need to keep a journal is because so that investors, if you become profitable, so that investors can see your track record. Okay, because there are people who have the cachet, they got the money, but they don't know how to trade. They want to multiply their money. Who don't want money? Who the who? Who don't want money? Who the who gang? Feel me? Who don't want money? So there are people that, you know, they have the capital, but they just don't know how to invest it or where to invest it. All right. So if you can show them a track record of your consistency, there's consistency in your trading skills, and you can provide them some facts, some proofs, then there's a likelihood that they might sit down with you on a negotiation table and sign a deal with you. All right, so that's one of the reasons why you need to keep a journal. Now that was for anyway, eventually you will get there, right, if you're a beginner trader. So don't worry about that. All right, investors will come and find you wherever you are, in your bunker. They will come there. All right, so let's move on. So okay, so the second reason why you must keep a journal is to check yourself in times of losing strikes. Okay, so when you see that you are losing too much, what happens that you lose too much? What are the period when and what are the periods that you started losing too much? All right, you will be able to know all of these things with a journal, right? That is why it's important to keep a journal. It is basically like monitoring yourself, all right, so that after some period of time, you will go back and reflect on your trading decisions. What moved you to take this move, and what moved you to take that other move, whether it was a good trading or whether it is a bad trading. All right, now in trading we learn more from our losing trades than the wins. Not to say that you can get some lessons out of the wins, but most of the times it is the losing trading that teaches us a lot. All right, so that's the reason why you may wanna keep a journal. Right, let's move on with the next point. Okay, so the next reason why you may want to keep a journal is that it will help you with patience, building up your strategy well, and discipline, and last and most importantly, fast execution. All right, so these points are very, very, very important. You will only come to this level whereby your execution is fast, you are patient, you are very, very disciplined, all thanks to the journal. All right, because when you record everything down, you will know that, okay, today I did this mistake because I was impatient. I didn't wait for my setup. You see, we will get there. We will get there. All right, and because of that, because of you have all this information written down, and from time to time you go back and reread your errors, you reteach yourself. So it helps you to recalibrate yourself all the time, to reposition yourself in the right place all the time, in the right frame all the time, so that you don't repeat your mistakes. You understand me? And by that doing, it sharpens you up with your strategy. Do you understand me? It sharpens you up with your strategy, and it helps you with that doing. It helps you along the line. It helps you with fast execution. All right. So that is what a journal, keeping a journal, will do for you. All right. Let's move on to the next point. Okay, so guys, another important reason why we want to keep our journal is the psychological factor. All right. So basically, what you were doing before, okay, many people don't think that this thing is important. Sometimes we get in front of the charts, we take a trade and we lose the trade. We don't understand why. But maybe it was because you were not coming from a head frame, a peaceful head frame, or a peaceful state of mind. Do you get me? So maybe you had a fight with your friend, or maybe you were coming right out of an argument and you just sat in front of the charts and you just let yourself go, and it was a losing trade for you. Okay, so that is why you want to write your routines down. This is the point of this point here. Okay, this is the core of this point here. Okay, that you have to write your routine down, what you did before your trading. Where were you? What were you doing? Emotionally, how were you feeling? Were you happy? Were you sad? Where when you just wake up from bed and you jump into the charts and you just pressed buy, what happened with you? Okay, emotionally, psychologically, what happened with you before you took the trade? Your routine before the trade. All right, very, very important. Why? So that you will remove those things, those emotional facts that didn't help you, and keep the ones that helped you. All right, so that you know that every time that you argue, you sit in front of the chart and you make mistake, you don't do that anymore. Okay, so every time that you go argue, you don't come in front of the charts. All right, simple as that. Comprende? Hit the like button. That's how I know that you comprende. All right, let's move on with the last one, the last point for manual traders. All right. Okay, so the last point here is keeping a journal. Okay, helps you to record and review your daily trades. Yeah, for a better output of your future trades. All right, it's very, very important. I repeat, it is you keeping a record and a review of your daily trades, okay, for a better output of your future trades. Okay, so guys, this is all that I will say for the manual traders. Okay, now we will move into the robotic traders, and we will look at some of the things that if you're a robotic trader, you have to keep in mind as to how important it is to take your journal. Keep your journal. All right, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, so let's move on. Now, let me talk about, some people be like, is it important to write your journal in the book or to write it in an Excel sheet or on Word, with Word? Okay, listen, do what makes you okay. All right, I'm still old school. I still use my book. I write in the book. Okay, I keep everything in the book. Okay, unless maybe I have to share certain things with someone, then sometimes I do it on the PC. With my robots, I do it on a PC. Okay, but when I'm doing manual trading, I note everything down in my book. Do what is comfortable for you. Trading is personal. At the end of the day, what is more important is that you keep track of whatever thing you're doing. All right, let's go to the robotic trading aspect. Okay, so the first reason for the robotic traders why you need to keep a journal is to monitor the performance of the robots. Okay, so if you have many robots to monitor the performance, okay, the consistency, how consistent is this robot is. Can the robot respect the lot size? Is the robot trading at the same time frame, or it trades in different time frame, but it respects it? You understand me? When are the days that the robot doesn't trade? What is the reason why the robot didn't trade? Okay, so you will only know this thing through a journal. Okay, and if the robot has a certain error that occurs from time to time, When does it occur? Why is it that this thing happens to the robot? It's profitable, but all along the way, this thing happens to it. Why does it happen to it? You will only know through a journal, all right? So that is it. Okay, so another reason why you should keep a journal for your Forex robot is because it helps you to know which set file is better than the other. Because if you have different set files, okay, and let's say maybe you've toggled the parameters a little bit and you save both of them, for you to understand which set file works better than the other, you need to keep a journal. All right, is that clear? Good. Hit the like button. That is how I know that it's clear. All right, let's move on. Okay, so another reason why it's important for us to keep a journal as robotic traders is that it helps us to know which robot is better than the other. Because when you get into the robotic world, you know, you want it all. You want all the robots. You want to get your hands on many robots. It's good. Go for it. But you realize that when your understanding begins to broaden about robots, that is where you will begin to more and more ignore certain robots. Do you understand me? You won't even rush for some particular robots, okay? So anyway, the moment you see that they're making a publicity about that robot, you see it, the way it functions, they tell you some characteristics about the robot, you say, that's not for me, all right? But anyway, back to this, the topic, not to digress, all right? So, so when you have many robots, guys, then you may wanna have a journal, okay, so that you can keep track of which one of them is performing well, which one of them is profitable, which one of them is ready, and you can remove the bad ones, you can keep the good ones. All right, so this is the last point on why you should keep a journal for your Forex robot. All right, so guys, why is it important for you to keep a journal for your Forex robot? It's important for you to keep a journal for your Forex robot because, guys, keeping track of whatever performance, whatever thing that the robot is doing, tracing the movements of the robot, whatever acts of the robot, recording them down, guys, at the end of the day, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, it will bring you in the head frame, psychologically speaking. It will bring you in the head frame whereby you trust the robot, and now you can decide, you yourself, without anybody forcing you, you can decide and know when to take the robot to live market. And guess what? When you do that move and put it on live market, you can even trust the robot to the point that, guess what? You can go to bed, go on vacation, and you just know that the robot will work and it's working, and it will work according to how you want. Why? Because you've studied the track of the robot and you've monitored the robot for a long time, and you've tuned it, you've accustomed it to the way you like and you want to see it work. Or even if you've not tuned it or accustomed it to the way that you want, you've studied it, you've monitored it, you've vetted it for a long time, and you've come to a place, you've come to a mind frame space that you are convinced that this robot won't let you down. It's very, very, very important, because when you are not convinced of of the fact that the robot won't let you down, you'll be afraid to put it on the live market. Are you getting me? So that is it, and that is why it is important to keep a journal for your Forex robot. Okay, so guys, thank you very much for your time with me. If there was something that wasn't clear, guys, make sure you put it in the comment section. And if everything was clear, guys, well, do well and hit the like button. I was about to forget what I wanted to say. All right, so hit the like button and leave your comments in the comment section in case there is something that maybe you think I left out and you want to add it to it so that it might help someone. Put it in the comment section. If there's something that you didn't understand, put it in the comment section and I'll come through and I'll help you. If you need a robot, reach out to me on my Instagram and I'll help you out, guys. Or leave a comment in the comment section. Okay, guys, thank you very much for your time. And guess what? Make sure you watch my other videos and educate yourself on robotic trading, because Forex robotic trading is the future. But as you do that, make sure you keep your journal. I go by the name Sbac, and I approve this message too. Guess what? See you in the next video.